So I asked the girl out to dinner and she accepted. I suggested Nando's and she said that Nando's is evil and then turned down the date altogether.
Evil?
I mean, I wouldn't call Nando's evil.
Evil? And then they come crawling back.
They do, yeah.
Like, what is that? What is that about?
I think I would be so verbal about that if that was me.
I would be so verbal about it. I would be like, guys, this is not going to cut it. So
Skin. Hello.
I ghost people when I feel overwhelmed and then blame it on being a Pisces. Is it normal to feel overwhelmed by dating and texting?
Okay.
Blaming it on the zodiac sign is so real.
Blaming it on the zodiac sign is giving I'm just a girl.
Oh,
but,
that's so funny.
Yeah, I would say it is overwhelming, 100%. I mean, especially if you're trying to like date multiple people and you're trying to keep multiple people entertained. Like, you're also trying to live your own life. Like, you can't, like, I hated it. That is one of the things I hated about...
What, ghosting?
No, just like having to entertain multiple people and then making it overwhelmed. So I think it's so normal. Ghosting, however...
Yeah.
I don't agree with, and I don't think anyone should be ghosted.
I don't agree with ghosting. I think it's just a lack of respect. Personally.
And also, it's so easy to just say if you're not interested.
Oh my God.
Just send a quick text.
Like, you might maybe hurt their feelings a little bit, but it's actually better off if you don't just completely ignore someone, because then that leaves them in the dark and, I don't know, it's just more cowardly to do that, in my opinion. Hello.
On a night out recently, when my friend was in the toilet, her boyfriend told me that he'd like to get with other girls. He was drunk and might not have meant it, and I don't want to cause trouble in their relationship, but I feel like I should tell her.
Okay, well, you definitely have to tell your friend.
100%.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine if it was one of our boys? Oh my God.
No, because...
And you just kept that as a secret?
No.
You're not a friend then if you keep that as a secret.
As a best friend, like, my loyalties lie with you, not with your boyfriend.
Not the boyfriend.
And if I know...
The boyfriends are an addition.
Yeah, they're like your little,
Like, they're not actually your friends. Like, even if you get along with them, if they mess up, then... That's it. No,
you don't hurt my friends.
To the boyfriend,
you don't hurt my
mean?
Best friends. Absolutely not.
Yeah,
like no. You have to tell them, because imagine it was you. Like, you'd want to know, and all that's going to happen if you don't say anything is your best friend is going to get hurt, and no one wants to see their best friends get hurt.
Even if he didn't get with anyone else, he still openly said that, regardless of being drunk or not.
Yeah, that's...
You don't say that.
No.
Whether you're like drunk or not. Like, I just think that's still crossing a huge boundary.
Massive boundary.
Yeah, you absolutely need to tell your friend, because you need her to know that, and that man is not for her.
Absolutely not. If he's even remotely thinking that, yeah, you're not letting them do that to your best mate.
No way.
Absolutely not.
If that was one of us, oh my God, I would run.
Oh my God.
Run. Your turn.
Next question. Hello.
I told a girl I wasn't looking for anything serious, but now I'm kind of upset she's seen other people. Is this fair?
Like that.
Men. Men will always men.
I mean, come on. You just said you don't want anything serious.
Yeah. So, no,
so
you
why
can't
can
be
you be
upset. You can't be upset.
That's crazy. But this is the thing. I feel like, not that I've actually been in this position, but I feel like I've seen this happen or play out a lot, where the man will not want anything serious. Mm-hmm. Then the girl might start to move on with her life, and then they come crawling back.
They do, yeah.
Like, what is that? What is that about?
Men, one thing I learned from being single and dating is men always come back when you've
had it way too much.
I've had it way too much. Honestly, every single person I dated that I maybe was like, oh, this is going really well, this could be a potential.
They say all the right things, you can get married in a year,
yeah,
you know.
Want to move in, want to buy the golden retriever, like tell you everything you want to hear, right? Then they go, oh, I'm really sorry, I'm not ready for a relationship. Cool. Kind of contradicts everything you just told me for the last 3 months.
But also, like,
whatever.
how can you not be ready for a relationship when, like, you've been basically in a relationship?
Oh, yeah. Then you leave because out of respect for yourself, you move on.
And then
they come back. They drop you a little Instagram DM. And that's when you're in your stage of get lost.
They might not even DM, but they'll be like in the, reacting to the photos and things.
There.
Well, he said he's just upset. He doesn't even say he wants her. So this is the thing that gets me.
Does,
it's like, you're just upset. because your ego's probably hurt maybe a little bit. Have you ever actually been in the situation though, maybe like the other way around? So if you liked a guy and then, but you realise, okay, it's not really going to work. I don't want anything serious. And then you see him with another girl, he's got a girlfriend now. Like, have you ever actually been upset in that situation? Like you've seen him and been like, oh.
I mean, yeah, I would say I have, but I also think in myself, I would say I made the decision that I didn't want them.
I feel like you can just be happy for them and move on.
And I just think it's not, you clearly weren't my person, because if you were my person, we'd be together.
Yeah, and I also think, I do understand maybe you might be like, oh, bummer, like, he's a good person, maybe I should have like taken that a bit more seriously. But equally, if you weren't feeling that, then you weren't feeling that. So
and you
should just let them be happy and move on, instead of,
go on.
I don't know, holding that over them to be like, oh,
yeah.
Like,
and if they found someone, then they found that person that they want to be with. Like, you didn't want to, I think it just comes down to being really black and white of it and being like, you didn't want to be with them.
Exactly. So you have no right to actually be upset. Like, you, obviously not to invalidate someone's feelings. Obviously, if you feel upset, you feel upset. But equally, do you have the right to do anything about it? Probably not.
No, I think feel your feels, like feel upset about it, and then just be like, at the end of the day, I made that decision, they made that decision, we move on.
Exactly.
And if it's right, you find each other again. That's what I would say. Yeah. I think out of respect for the person, if they've moved on, you shouldn't act on it.
Especially if that person liked you and you declined it and was like, okay, yeah, no, I'm not looking for anything serious. And then they moved on and they're happy. It's unfair for you to then act on that once you've seen them happy because you're upset. Like, that's not a selfish way
it's
of
very
acting
selfish.
on your feelings personally. Oh. Hello.
I know that my sister stole my favorite jeans, but she's not admitting it. Is it wrong to go and look through her room?
It's not wrong.
So you've got a sister.
I've got a sister, and my sister is actually, well, she's 19, so she's a little bit younger than me, but she definitely steals my stuff. And I think absolutely go like raid her wardrobe back and get your stuff back.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but
I wouldn't know how to behave in this because I've got a younger brother, and brothers and sisters fight differently to sisters. I see sisters fight and argue, and I'm like low-key kind of scared.
See, the thing is, I'm kind of like lucky with my sister because where she is younger, we never had like the situation where she would share clothes because obviously we're like drastically younger. But she would still steal some of my things.
When you're her cool big sister, she's gonna raid your wardrobe.
And sometimes I feel like I don't mind if she steals some of my things because I'm like, oh, she's trying to be me.
You think I'm cool?
You think I'm so cool. No, but obviously I do agree. If your sister has stolen something that you like, especially a pair of jeans, or like just any clothing.
She's not going to admit to it.
Yeah, of course she's not going to admit to it.
She's obviously going to say,
because she can get away with it. And she probably thinks, oh, she's not going to do anything because like your sisters. Do you know what I mean? And you're always going to make up at the end of the day, but I absolutely would raid her wardrobe back.
Yeah, valid.
And get my stuff back. Yeah. Maybe even take some of hers as well, something of hers.
Payback.
If you want to do that, then we can play that game.
I'll do it twice as hard.
Yeah.
Hello.
I'm not very daring in the bedroom, but my boyfriend is. He wants to join the Mile High Club, but I'm too scared. I don't want him to think I'm boring.
You're not boring, babes.
Not boring.
That's quite a scary thing to think about, to be honest. I kind of agree with you there.
Honestly, I just think like, I don't know. I feel like it comes down to having a conversation about it and just being like open and honest with how you feel. And also maybe if you feel scared, maybe you're like, you know, maybe you're not against things like that, but maybe you're just a bit more uncomfortable or just not as like daring as he maybe is.
Yeah, and like it's okay to
if you tell him, and then he can make you more comfortable, I don't know, like it's okay to also not be that way inclined if that's not.
No, if you don't feel comfortable with that, like you've got to have your own boundaries with things like that, and if that's not something you're willing to do, it's completely okay. And if your boyfriend loves you, they'll understand. Like he's gonna completely get it.
Yeah, I also just think like your partner shouldn't be calling you boring for things like that either, because
no, and I don't think he'll think you're boring because he wouldn't be with you if he thought you were boring.
No, and also you shouldn't do anything that you're not comfortable with. So have the conversation, have an open conversation, just be like, look, I'm not comfortable with this. This is not my vibe. Maybe you can try something different, or you can like see what other things that you can maybe compromise on together.
Yeah, like find a middle ground. Find something that you both enjoy and that you both are into.
It doesn't have to be 0 to 100.
No,
just to like please him, for example.
Have to be, you know, on the EasyJet flight to our all-inclusive holiday. Like, doesn't need to be that. It can be something else, something different.
Exactly. There's so many things that you could do, that you could compromise on together to make him feel, you know, satisfied or whatever.
Yeah, like both your needs need to be met.
Exactly.
It's just finding a middle ground and how you can do that, basically.
Because if you're doing something that you're not comfortable with, you're not going to enjoy yourself.
Absolutely.
So why would your boyfriend want that for you?
No.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah. Hello.
I'm confused. So I asked a girl out to dinner and she accepted. I suggested Nando's and she said that Nando's is evil and then turned down the date altogether. Was I in the wrong?
Evil?
I mean, I wouldn't call Nando's evil.
Evil?
If it's a first date and someone said
What's
to me
wrong
they're
with
taking me to
Nando's?
Nando's though, would you be happy with a Nando's on a first date? I don't think I would.
I mean, I get that, but then also I look at my first date with my boyfriend and we actually went on a walk and then to McDonald's. And I'm happy with that.
I think this is the thing though, is everyone is going to want something different from the first date, right? I mean, I did the same thing with my boyfriend, right? We did a walk, but then we did go out for a really nice dinner.
Depends what your vibe is.
It depends what your vibe is. She clearly is a bit more of a bougie gal and wants something a little bit more upper class than a Nando's. And I also think if she's completely turned that down altogether, she's probably not the right girl for you. Because clearly you're not on the same page anyway.
Exactly, because if your like vibe is the Nando's and then she's like, whoa, absolutely not. Decline.
It's not hard for her to just communicate and say, oh, can we maybe try something a little bit different?
Yeah.
Meet in the middle, flat iron.
Meet in the middle, let's go a bit more
Stick some
upper
sushi.
class. Yeah. But I don't know. I wouldn't say you're in the wrong.
No.
But
it's not your fault. You didn't know.
No, exactly.
But it just
but
takes
maybe I wouldn't suggest Nando's for a first date.
No, personally, I wouldn't like that.
I wouldn't suggest it.
It's easy, isn't it?
Especially if you're like actively trying to plan a date. I wouldn't be like, oh, do you want to go Nando's?
Do you want to know what one of my things is on a date? Like, you have to book a table.
Yeah.
Nando's,
wait.
Imagine waiting in a queue for an hour. Like for a chicken and chips.
Do you wait in a queue for an hour for Nando's?
Some of them you can.
Yeah, maybe. But I actually think the difference is, it's fine if you went to Nando's on the first date if it was you just stumbled upon a Nando's.
And you're like, oh, should we get a
And you were like,
bite?
oh, we're hungry, let's get a Nando's. Like,
Fair.
you know,
Okay,
we're out.
fine.
But it's not, if you're going to actually book somewhere or you're going to, then maybe not the Nando's.
It just seems like a bit of an easy option. And I think, like, as a girl, like, we really appreciate it when we can see a guy has made a lot of effort and you've, like, booked a table, you've thought about it, maybe you've done some research. Like, my boyfriend knew, we went for a walk and a coffee, right? And he knows how much I love a Blank Street matcha. So we met at Blank Street. And I didn't tell him that, he just figured that out. So it's little things like just showing that you've put a bit more effort in.
Yeah, and
as a girl, we love.
And it doesn't ever have to be like bougie or lots of money, I don't think, ever.
Absolutely not.
Like I said, I went to McDonald's.
Some people want bougie, but other people...
Yeah, maybe if she went bougie, if she actually completely blocked you off and like didn't communicate, then I think that is not.
Yeah, I'd probably take the
person.
Nando's, but just, I think she probably just wants a bit more effort. Like, I remember my boyfriend now saying to me he wanted to take me bouldering, to which I said, absolutely not. I'm not climbing rocks on the first date.
Ripping your hands to shreds.
Do you know what I mean? So I think, like, maybe just try and find out what they like and then go from there. I think it's so dependent on the person.
But an activity is fun.
I like an activity. It kind of, like, makes you relax a bit more.
So true. Hello.
I was at my friend's birthday dinner last week. She works in finance and the bill came to £200 each. My friends all earn more than me and they keep suggesting things that I can't afford. What do I do?
£200 each is crazy.
I think I would be so verbal about that if that was me.
I would be so verbal about it. I would be like, guys, this is not going to cut it.
You're stopping
We're not
this
doing this
right now.
You can, if they're your friends, they're your true friends.
You could 100% say something, 100%.
And I mean, granted, if they make more money or whatever the situation is, they should still, you still need to meet in the middle, like, regardless. That's like, I don't know, taking someone out that you know won't be able to like afford £500 for this, and then expecting that every time and then being annoyed about that. Like, that's just, it's ridiculous.
And if they are annoyed about it, then they're not your friends.
Absolutely.
Truthfully, because like your friends want you there. They don't want you to be spending loads of money, and then you're spending loads of money and you're struggling to live your day-to-day life for the rest of the month. Like, that's not fun. That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
And also, there's so many places that you can go where the bill's not going to be £200.
Yeah, like we go out for some lovely dinners as girls and it doesn't cost us that much.
Absolutely.
And we'll have like a bottle of wine, a nice meal, or like even just like say eat at home and then go for drinks, like change up what you're doing so it's not always like dinner, drinks,
I remember like me and my friends, we used to do that, like if we didn't want to go out for meals every time, because sometimes it can be expensive. If you're meeting your friends for dinner often, it can be expensive, especially in the city as well. Like,
oh my God,
you're drinking and having a meal, yeah, the bill can easily rack up. So you can say, oh, why don't we do a girls' night at home? Like, we have done that before.
Yeah, we cook dinner at home.
Get a couple bottles of wine and then cook some dinner, and it's like a fraction of that price. I mean, you're paying what, like 20 quid each potentially.
So good.
So I would definitely just recommend that, and just say to your friends straight up and be like, girls, I'm sorry, but I can't justify this all the time. Like, it's
too
not
expensive.
Your turn.
Hello.
What advice would you give your younger selves about love or friendships?
Oh, that's such a lovely question.
That's so
Oh my God,
Love
so
and
much
friendship.
advice.
Okay, let's start with friendship.
Okay. I think I would say, like, friendship is something that shouldn't be forced. And I think when I was younger, I tried so hard to force and maintain certain friendships, especially throughout school, because they're the only people you're hanging around with, right, all the time. And you do kind of just get...
You're forced to be around them,
forced to be around them. And then it's okay as well if you outgrow friendships. Like, I outgrow a lot of friendships over the last couple of years, and that's so fine. Like, that's so okay. Like, don't be scared of just growing apart from people, I guess.
Exactly. I think I would say you have to put the same amount of energy into your friends that you would into relationships, personally. And I would say that to my younger self, because I think when you're young, like you said, with school, it's very easy when you're younger to make plans with friends. You see them at school all the time. You know, you don't really even have to make plans with people at school because you're there every single day. But when you're older, obviously, you all have separate lives, your own jobs, families, boyfriends, partners, whatever. You have to actually put in effort and make time for those friendships to actually last and be something valuable in your life. So yeah, friendships, I would definitely say putting in effort, making time for people, because
and if you want to make time, you will. Like, at the end of the day, it's as simple as that. Like, if you want to see people, you're going to spend time with them, you're going to want to spend time with them.
Yeah, you need to, like...
You should expect that in return too.
Yeah, reciprocate the energy. And for love, I don't know, what would you say?
Ooh. What would I say? I think I would just say, like, just trust your gut. Like, massively trust your gut with things, because I think for so long, especially in, like, my long-term relationship, I ignored my gut feeling for way too long. I don't even want to admit how long, but way too long. And I left, and yes, it hurt, and yes, there was a lot we had to deal with, but it was still the best thing I ever did. Thank you so much for submitting all of your lovely questions.
That was so much fun.
So fun.
I loved that. That was literally just what we're good at.
Just yapping,
girly getting
things.
ready. So much fun.
So much fun.
So thanks for all of your questions, guys. I've been Niamh.
And I'm Lily.
You've been watching Girls Talk. Bye.
Bye.